you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for having me. Hey guys, I am in a different place. I'm in a different location. I'm in my dear friend and author's house. Her name is Ruth Chitia, and she's written books that to me deserve an opportunity to be seen and to be heard. They are the kinds of books that I would want my children to be reading, their friends to be reading, and that's why I'm here today sharing this with you. So far, Ruth has written these awesome books called The Best Parts of Me Are Invisible, and the other one is called My Mummy Has Many Jobs. So, first of all, welcome to Shine Your Light, Ruth.
Thank you, Mandisa. I'm really happy that you are sharing your online space. It's a very, very uplifting space, and thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad this all came together because we kind of put it all together. As you know, this is book week, so it just made perfect sense. It's just been something I've been meaning to do with you for a while, and I just thought, it's book week, quick, phone Ruth, we need to get this done. So first of all, let's talk about The Best Parts of Me Are Invisible, because this book is the one that really caught my attention when you first talked about your books, because it's not just about writing books for you and not just about expressing your creativity. So tell us where this comes from.
Okay. So to start with, firstly, Mandisa, I'll just say on my book you will notice that I go by Lutay. So Lutay is Ruth in some sort of Zambian derivative. So
Okay.
I remember as a child being referred to as Lutay. So Lutay, Ruth, same thing.
Okay.
And then the BC are my initials for my maiden name and my married name.
Okay.
So The Best Parts of Me Are Invisible is a book about virtues, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I thought at around this age, well, my son's about 4 years old, like they're learning about their bodies, you know, head, shoulders, knees and toes. Like, what a great time to start introducing other parts of your body that aren't physical but are equally important. And so that really is the heart in the message in the book. So talking about compassion, empathy. Some of these are really hard concepts, you know, to digest even as adults. So I thought,
and some people might think, oh, hang on a minute, this is for a 4-year-old, and you're saying big words like compassion. How are they connecting with this?
Yeah, so some of these, you know, words are difficult, long words, and also just the understanding. They're quite difficult concepts to break down for children. But then I thought, why not? Because they're learning about things like dinosaurs and all these really complex terms that they use every day. And if you make it accessible and you make it part of their everyday language, they'll just pick it up. Children know that they're being compassionate. They know that they're experiencing empathy. They know that they're being kind. Mm-hmm. Why not use those words around them?
And you know, people have this notion that when people are being bad or being selfish, that it's in our nature to be like that. There is that misconception. 100%. So starting them young actually changes all of that.
Yes, so I absolutely agree with that, because I believe that essentially we are noble beings. This is something as a Baha'i, I belong to a faith group called the Baha'i Faith, and I believe generally that we are spiritual beings more than anything, so we need to find ways to cultivate these values within us. I really think that it's important that we're providing tools for our children and parents, because I'm learning from my child as well. I'm being challenged every day, so
tell me about
I have to.
That's what they do.
As much as I'm trying to build his capacity, my capacity as a parent is growing.
There are children of all sizes and colors in this book, and what was that significant for you?
Yes, it was important for me to have a book that demonstrates a diverse group of people, because that in a way represents the community that we're coming from. So, and also, more importantly, these values apply to every child. So wherever you're coming from, however you look, the virtues will be applicable. So this is something that every family can actually sit down and talk about together.
We're advancing and we're getting to a point where humanity's like, but that's not enough, and we're capable of so much more.
Yeah. And we need more tools, we need more conversations, we need more spaces to explore this.
And now moving on to this fantastic book that will inspire and give love to mothers everywhere.
Yes.
It's called My Mummy Has Many Jobs. Please tell us about the inspiration behind this.
Okay, so this is very special to me because it's the first book I wrote. And as cliche as it might be, my son, my firstborn son, inspired me to write this, because this was my first experience as a parent, as a mother. And I was reflecting on the role of motherhood. And the framework for me is my faith again, what it says about mothers, that it holds mothers in such a high, station, and really we're primary educators. So I really took that on board. I really felt like I have this huge responsibility as a mother to, nurture this child. But equally, I felt it was so important for others around me, whether it's children or other adults, to understand like the importance of the role of the mother. So in many ways, we're like all these other different things. Like we're like nurses, we're like, lawyers, we're like, just trying to make it something that a
Uber
child
drivers
can understand. Yeah, that too. So it's a little sweet book that talks about a mommy being like a teacher, because everything you learn, they're your first teacher. It's not to take anything away from fathers at all. I'm actually writing a book about dads as well.
Oh, look forward to that.
Yes, which a lot of people have requested.
Yes,
but I just thought it was really important. We need that as mothers. We're a little bit hard on ourselves, to actually have something that reminds our children and ourselves that what we do is so valuable.
But educating them in a way that ties in beautifully with the first book as well.
Yeah. Educating the heart,
yes,
increasing capacity. Like these are things that we don't have tools for. I mean, there's no manual for being a parent.
Nope.
So, but
now there is. There are two.
But in our own way, we can find things that things that we've been doing all along, and actually make it something that we can share with others, and feel empowered. That we've got a role to play, and it's a significant role.
I forgot to mention one of the second thing, or maybe the third, or how many wonderful things about this book is the fact that there's a question on every page.
Yes.
So it talks about, for instance, with patience, the question is, can you think of a time when you had patience? Yeah. So the book then opens up an opportunity for you to have a conversation with your children about the various virtues. Thank you, and we look forward to the follow-up books. Yes. And rest assured, we will be having more of these conversations.
Check me out on my page.
Yes,
but
please.
You're gonna link somewhere.
Tell them about it, please.
So for anyone that would like to get copies of my books, and also stay up to date with other things that I'm working on, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Lutay BC. So at Lutay BC. And give us a like, follow, share, and if you see anything, if either of these actually interest you, they're available on Amazon, and they'll be delivered straight to you as well.
The best parts of me are invisible, and the only time you see them is through my actions. When I do something amazing, it's easy for others to see some of the best parts of me. Patience is a part of me. It isn't a part you can see on me, like the head above my shoulders or the elbow on my arm. But if I put patience into action, like I do when I wait my turn, you will see that indeed the best parts of me are invisible. Can you think of a time when you had patience?
It's where there was a queue up. I had patience when we went on our school trip and we took ages to put up. We need to take ages to put our bags on the coach, so we took quite a long time. So we had patience. Everyone had patience.
Very good. Very good.
I cared for a bug.
Oh.
Because I had a broken leg.
Really? And you looked after it?
But if I put justice into action like I do when I speak up about treating others fairly, you will see that indeed the best parts of me are invisible. That's
so
me.
I'm gonna... Yeah.
And you.
Look at the curly head girls. Love that.
And look, did you see that the whole time? It said G and stuff like that.
Oh, they've got little medals with
courage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't notice that before.
See? No, that's...
They've all got all these
No, that's patience.
Yeah.
Oh God, refresh and gladden my spirit, purify my heart and illumine my powers. Well, I lay all